Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new on my channel, then welcome. Today we are doing such a cool video. We are going to be doing a full face of low-cost makeup. Now this is the most inexpensive stuff that I own. You will be seeing a lot of Catrice, a lot of Wet n Wild, there's some Makeup Revolution or Revolution Pro, and a bit of Essence as well. So a lot of very affordable makeup from the drugstore, and this is the result. Can you believe it? I know I can't. I'm still baffled by the way that this look turned out. It looks so good. So yeah, if you want to see which products I used, how I used them and all that kind of good stuff, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's get this full face of low-cost makeup on the way. So first things first, of course, I'm going to prime my eyelids. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer, which is actually one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore. It is so affordable. I love wearing it underneath my eyes. You guys have seen it 1,000 times in my videos already. For today's eyeshadow palette, I decided to go with the Revolution Pro Trends Azure palette because I have only used this once in my videos. At least I have used this more times than that, but I haven't done any more videos with this, so I thought this is a great chance to use it again. Okay, probably should show you what I'm going to take. So I'm first going to take the shade Sunset, and I'm going to put that all over my upper crease area. Now that we have the crease down, I'm going to take the shade Discovery, and I'm going to put that also in my upper crease, but I'm going to bring it down to my outer V as well. Taking the previous brush again, I'm going over the edges. Taking a bit more of the shade Sunset, just the tiniest bit, and adding that back into that top part. Next, I'm going to mix together the shades Voyage and Velocity, and I'm going to put them in my outer V mainly, but I'm also going to take it into that crease a bit, but I'm not taking it all the way in. I'm going to keep it somewhat halfway in. You'll see what I'm doing anyway, so you'll know what I mean. Taking the previous brush and blending over that mid part. Taking a bit more of the shade Discovery, the one that we used previously, and adding that back in. And I am so lightly touching my eye. I'm barely pressing down on the brush. And again, taking the initial brush, and I'm kind of keeping it on its side and going back and forth on the kind of upmost part. I love how this look is turning into this very fiery. At first I thought it was kind of like a sunset, but now I feel like it's fire, and I think it's so cool. Anyway, we're going to dip into the shade Volcano, and I'm going to put that pretty much all over my eyelid. I'm just putting it on the sort of first half of my eyelid, and as I get to the outer V, I pat it into the darker reddish combo that we have going on there. And just the tiniest bit, I'm taking the shade Element, and I'm going to put that on the front part of my eyelid, like the most inner corner part. Well, that didn't do too much, but whatevs. So I think I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to clean up underneath my eyes, and we're going to move on to the face. So for the face, we're going to use one of my favorites that I haven't used in a while in my videos, and I don't actually even know why. I think it's just because I've been so preoccupied with all the new foundations that have been added to my collection recently, but these babies are still very near and dear to my heart. So we're going to be applying the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Amazing stuff, and it is so affordable. It baffles me. And for my concealer, I will be using, again, something by Catrice. This is very similar to the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the sense that this is also very liquidy, but it has great coverage, and it just feels very weightless underneath my eyes, which is something that I love about this. So this is the One Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer. It's good stuff. And again, very affordable, as we know, because this is the theme of the video. I don't know why I keep saying that. And now while my under eyes are kind of drying down, I haven't blended it in completely, I'm going to let the concealer sit underneath my eyes for a bit. I'm going to move on to my eyebrows in the meantime, and for that I will be using my Catrice Eyebrow Stylist, I want to say eye pencil, but brow pencil, and then I'm going to go over it with the Catrice Brow Colorist brow mascara. So I'm going to do my brows off camera because it's hella boring to watch. It's one of my least favorite things to do, so I'm going to speed you guys through that part, and then I'm going to jump back here and we'll continue with the face. Ta-da! The concealer has pretty much sunk in, I think, so I'm just going to smooth out some of the creases underneath my eyes that always occur because I have creases underneath my eyes, and quite a lot of them. And now I'm going to set my under eyes in place with some powder. For that I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder in the shade Warm Light. I didn't actually like this powder initially at all. I thought it was like way too dry and powdery. I don't know, it has grown on me. Normally I don't wear it on its own underneath my eyes. I just kind of add it on top of some other loose powder just to add some more coverage. But I'm going to try. This is interesting for me as well. Let's see how the Photofocus does just on its own. And as you can see, I'm pressing the powder in. I'm not doing like this, or I'm not swirling or anything, because I want to keep all the coverage that I have underneath my eyes. I want to keep it there. I don't want to swipe it away. Okay, why is this looking pretty good? Like this is looking nice. I'm kind of shocked, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I remember when I tried this the first couple of times just on its own, and it made my under eyes look so incredibly dry. It looked like sandpaper, but right now, I don't know. This is looking nice. Now I want to add some color to the look, make it a bit more interesting, and I haven't really used this since I used that in that video where I was doing the neon eye look. This is the Revolution Pro Pigment Pomade in the shade Ocean Blue, and I want to add that to my to my waterline. And this is like an amazing thing. I don't know how it is so affordable, because it stays in the waterline. It's so pigmented. It's incredibly pigmented. Like, do you see this? Why is no one talking about this? Or these? I should actually, I want to get a yellow one as well. I know they have a yellow one. Ugh, this is so cool. Yep. I'm going to use this, can't speak, I'm sorry. I'm going to use the same shades that I applied on my top lid. So we're going to use the shade Discovery first, and then we're going to go in with the shade Voyage. I'm not even going to go in the shade Velocity, just going to stick with these two to keep it nice and simple. And yes, I'm using the same brush because I'm that lazy. For underneath my eyebrows, I'm going to take the shade Pocket Watch. I love that they have a matte white shade, or well, kind of ivory shade. I'm not the hugest fan of like very shimmery brow bones. And I'm also taking a bit and putting it in my inner corners, although I am going to use a shimmery color in my inner corners too, but this is just to kind of brighten up the area a bit. And before we finish up the lashes, I'm going to finish up the rest of the face. So going in with some highlighter, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Blossom Glow. Wet n Wild does intense highlighters. So yeah. And also putting it in my inner corners. Now taking my trusty powder brush and going over the highlighted areas because it's just a tad too intense for me. Now going in with some bronzer. The writing has completely worn off, but this is the Color Icon bronzer by Wet n Wild in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I really do love this. It doesn't of course surpass my love for the Butter bronzer by Physicians Formula, but it is still a really good bronzer from the drugstore, I feel like. This is not a very intense bronzer, and I actually like my powder products not to be too intense because I want to be able to build them up if I want to, but I want to be able to go as subtle as I want if I want to. And last but not the least, before we finish up the lashes and the lips, I'm also going to apply some blush. I'm going to take the Essence Silky Touch blush in the shade Autumn Peach. Really, really nice. And again, not overly pigmented, so you can kind of work with it, build it up to the kind of intensity that you want. I'm also kind of almost blending it up to the highlight a bit. I'm again taking my powder brush and just stamping over the cheek part, just making sure that everything is blending into one another seamlessly. Okay, and now it's time to apply some mascara, apply some falsies, and finish up with a lip. I'm going to apply the Essence Volume Stylist Lash Extension Mascara. This is the purple one with lengthening fibers. I'm going to apply that, and then I'm going to apply some red cherry eyelash falsies. You can, of course, if you want to go with drugstore, you can of course do the Ardell, like demi-wispies or just wispies or whatever kind of style you like. The Ardell lashes are really, really affordable as well. And I'm finishing up the look with some more mascara. I'm applying that on my bottom lashes as well, and some on the falsies, and then I'm using the Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Bare It All. And this was the video of full face of low cost makeup. I actually cannot believe how good this looks. Not to toot my own horn or anything, I'm just genuinely surprised that all of these extremely affordable drugstore products worked the way that they did. I mean, look at my face. You could never tell that this is like the cheapest makeup that you could find in drugstore. It literally looks better than some of the other high-end makeup looks that I've done. It just goes to show that price doesn't actually mean anything. I can't stop looking at my face. I'm actually genuinely so surprised, and especially I'm like freaked out about this powder. Maybe it's the combo. Maybe I should just keep using these two together, because this is like, yeah, because this is so lightweight, and maybe something creamier than that, like more rich in texture, will make my under eyes look cakey with this powder. I don't know, but this combo seems to work so well. I'm genuinely so shocked. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm so glad that I did this video. So thank you so much to my amazing subscriber who came up with this idea. I really enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then you know what to do. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have, then thank you so much and welcome to the family. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!